Hello awesome people! Today we're gonna have another super lesson. I selected for you 5 filler words, perfect to express your opinion.
On the other hand, there is positive momentum.
And I'm also gonna give you 3 bad filler words that you should never use.
Yeah, sure, all that, the rehab I went to said that you have a disease,
As always, I also prepared a free, detailed PDF you can download down here. And at the end of this video, we're also going to have a final test. Are you ready? Let's get started. The first filler word, as far as I know.
As far as I know, this is the only music school in town.
As far as I know, this is the first program that's had an Asian Australian director.
Michael isn't trained as far as I know, but he's a dancer.
This expression is very useful when you want to prepare your listener to the fact that maybe you don't know everything about that topic you're talking about. At the same time, you still want to give your opinion. Imagine you're at work. You're in your office when they ask you, "Hey man, where's James?" I don't know where he is. He was right here and he didn't move all day. As far as I know, James didn't move all day. He might be next door. When you say next door, it basically means the very next door next to yours. Or maybe you're talking with your colleagues about the latest movie and you're asked your opinion on it. You haven't seen it, but you've seen some trailers here and there, you watched a commercial on TV, you saw some billboards around the streets. As far as I know, I think it's a pretty good movie. And when you say that, you actually take into consideration everything that you've seen so far about that particular topic. I've been to San Diego, and as far as I know, it's a great city. Alright, the next one is pretty straightforward. The way I see it.
The way I see it, putting that much pressure on yourself to make good grades and participate in every school activity is not the best high school experience.
A perfect way to use this expression is when your opinion goes against the popular beliefs. Just like in this example, where this young lady is talking bad about the school system. She says the school puts too much pressure on the students, and she's being honest and direct. Opening with "the way I see it" prepares the audience to receive her opinion as her true point of view.
The way I see it, if you're truly invested in your projects, you won't let something faulty go out the door.
And the way I see it, sometimes we isolate ourselves as just one direction.
This is extremely useful, my friend, because it gives you the possibility to be direct. So you're actually preparing the listener to listen to your point of view. This is a perfect way to begin to express your opinion. The way I see it, your accommodation is pretty good. The way I see it, this is a very good dress. It's not even that expensive. If you think that thanks to these videos you're improving your fluency, take a second to push the like button. It's a small thing for you, but it means a lot to me. So if you did, thank you very much. And now, back to us. Here is a shorter version of the previous one, personally.
Personally, I feel very humbled by the small part that I was able to play.
Personally, this research has been incredibly rewarding.
Personally, I can't wait until everyone has to call me doctor, including my parents, my boyfriend, everyone must call me Dr. Booth.
When you use this one, it's because you are giving your personal point of view. You're preparing the listener to listen something that it might sound a little personal. This is particularly useful when it comes to personal preferences. You decided to go out to a restaurant and you're asked what's your favorite food, and well, instead of just bluntly say, "I like Italian restaurants," you can just say, "Well, personally, I like Italian restaurants." This is even more useful when your opinion goes a little against someone else's opinion. Personally, I prefer French restaurants. Their food is absolutely delicious. So as you can see, when you go with personally, you're not as direct as when you say "the way I see it." Personally, I'd rather stay home and watch a movie. You're just giving your personal taste. Personally, I love homemade pizza. Personally, I think that place makes the best burgers in town. Alright, let's go ahead with the next one. At the end of the day.
And at the end of the day, it had everything to do with my insecurity about what I did.
And at the end of the day, the satisfaction of contributing to the community is enormous.
And at the end of the day, when you're asking people for their time, they need to know what's in it for them.
This is perfect when you don't feel so attached to the opinion you're about to give, or when you want to present a bigger picture where the problem or the issue at hand is not so important. At the end of the day, he just forgot about it. Perfect to downplay an escalating situation. And by the way, downplay means when you make something appear less important than it really is. At the end of the day, we're all humans, we all make mistakes. You want to kind of save the day, you want to say something to solve the problem, to diffuse the tension. Come on, at the end of the day, this is not such a big problem. The effect of at the end of the day literally calms down the people that are listening to you. At the end of the day, nobody's perfect. The next one is a trick to make your opinion more valuable. On the other hand.
On the other hand, there is positive momentum.
On the other hand, I think there is something to be worried about.
I, on the other hand, don't necessarily see it that way.
I'm sure you agree with me that we all have two hands, right? One and two, right? One hand could be your opinion, the other hand can be my opinion. When you say on the other hand, you are saying that yes, I mind what you're saying. On the other hand, this might be a better way. A laptop is way better. You can put inside whatever you want and it's better organized. Now you can take exactly his words, then use on the other hand to say your own opinion. Yes, it's true that you can put everything you want inside and it's also very organized. On the other hand, a tablet is way smaller and you can bring it with you wherever you are. It's very useful also when you want to present the listener with two different alternatives. The beach on summer is the perfect spot to spend your holidays. On the other hand, the mountains are the best spot to regenerate and recharge your batteries. And now the 3 bad filler words that you should never say. To be honest.
But to be honest, we're still pretty bad at it.
To be honest, I'd like to do one of these every year.
But to be honest, this does feel kind of like alchemy.
Honest means that you are transparent, that you are yourself. So if you say to be honest, you're putting a question into the listener's mind and he's gonna wonder, has he been ever honest with me? And you definitely don't want that, right? You want the person to listen to your opinion, not to the actual opposite of it. Number 2 and 3, we saw them in a previous lesson. You know and like.
You know, we're interested in, like, you know,
Yeah, sure, all that, you know, like you know, the rehab I went to said that you have a disease, you know.
In those kinds of conversations, a good you know is great because not only gives you confidence, the other person feels more connected to you, but once you are past that point, it just becomes a very repetitive word that just gets into the conversation no matter what. And you are probably wondering, why am I telling you so? Since in the previous video I actually told you to use them. Let's begin with the first one, which is like. And the next one is you know. Alright, the next one is this one, I mean. So here is the answer, my friend. I mean, you know, like are all perfect when you don't feel confident, when you feel unsure and you don't really know what to say, how to say it. And I too sometimes still use them a lot. This is why I think that I can actually help you out, because I'm telling you exactly what I'm learning so you don't need to repeat my same mistakes. So when should you get rid of these words? But wait, first of all, what's to get rid of? This expression means to eliminate, to remove an unwanted thing. So my question was, when is the right time to remove those bad fillers from your vocabulary? When you're starting to feel a little more confident, when you feel you don't need to use these words anymore. But now you may wonder, how can you distinguish a bad filler word from a good filler word? A good filler word is there for a reason. It's not made of one word that is there every time you don't know what to say, but it's actually there to serve a particular purpose. As you can see in this lesson, I give you 5 examples of words very directed to a particular reason, and these are all good filler words. And now for the final test. Number 1. You're in the middle of an argument and you wanna help the other parties diffuse the tension and relax a little. What's the best filler word for this purpose? And the answer was "at the end of the day," which is perfect to calm down an escalating situation or an argument. Number 2. You want to give your opinion to a topic to which you don't really have every information available, yet you still want to give your point of view. What's the best filler word? And the answer was "as far as I know," which it exactly explains that you gathered some information and this is the result of it. This is your opinion according to what you know at the moment. Number 3. When's the best time to start getting rid of bad fillers? And the answer here is pretty clear, my friend. As soon as you feel more confident. All these words like, you know, they give you confidence. As soon as you start feeling better, get rid of them, they're not useful anymore. I'm sure that you got at least 2 correct answers, and if you did, my friend, well done. You are definitely more fluent than before. Now I got one final question for you. I give you this other video to watch. Just go watch that video and tell me which are the good filler words and which are the bad ones. Put your answers under this video or in the other video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Details. You're giving a dish. Ay ay.